Centuries of breeding have reshaped dogs' brains. Here's how: the role of which a dog was bred, retrieving birds says, is reflected in their brain structure, according to a study of 33 breeds by Liz Langley. There's hundreds of dog breeds around the world, from the Tennessee Chihuahua to the massive Saint Bernard, all thanks to centuries of selective breeding by humans. With such a wide range of canine sizes and temperaments, it's no surprise that in the process we have reshaped their brains as well as their bodies. A new study performed MRI scans of on 33 breeds and discovered how a dog was bred is reflected in their brain structure. For instance, dogs bred to be small. The Yahastop say have round heads with similarly round brains that take up most of their skull. A larger breed like a golden retriever has a long, narrow head and thus a more elongated brain that doesn't fill all of the skull space. The biggest wow moment for me was just looking at the scans, says study leader Erin E. Hedge, an evolutionary neuroscientist at Harvard University. It's really cool in science where you have a result where you don't have to do any fancy statistics to be able to tell there's something going on. This fresh look inside the mind of dogs offers a better understanding of how breeds are hardwired, which in turn helps potential dog owners choose the right breed for their home, adds text, whose study was published today in the journal Neurosci. Dogs on the Brain. For the study, X and colleagues recruited 62 individuals' pet dogs in American homes, including breeds such as Beagles, Yorkshire Terriers, Doberman Pinschers, Boxers, and more. After noting the differences in brain size and shape, the team then further analyzed differences within the brain, over observing how certain regions varied across breeds with certain behavioral traits. Bulldogs, for example, were originally bred to fight captive bulls, but later were bred to be loving family pets, putting them both in the sports fighting and explicit companionship groups. The study team uses the American Kennel Club website for data on the breed's original roles. Scientists then mapped out 6 brain networks that could be discerned by a dog's behavior, like scents, hunting, or companionship. For example, in the part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex, on one area associated with group size and social interaction, and the same variation among dogs bred for herding, police, military, and war work, pest control, bird flushing and retrieving, and sports fighting. That makes sense since these breeds serve roles that are cognitively complex and demanding, so they might require greater support from the prefrontal cortex, X said. Daniel Horschler, PhD student at the University of Arizona, who studies brain anatomy in dogs, praised the study's approach. They didn't try to divide the brain into regions themselves, which it is I think, a really good approach because we don't yet know a lot about how dogs' brains or how dogs' brains are organized, says Horscheller, who wasn't involved in the research. It was more, he said, that the team noted areas in which dogs' brains tended to change in the same ways, then related those changes to breed specific traits. It's really exciting, he adds. Dogs are such a great model for these sorts of things, and no one has really explored this before. Science's best friend. Though domestic dogs were once dished by scientists as a fake animal, Horscher says, not worthy of scientific inquiry, they've become a more common study subject, in particular as part of the study of emotion and cognition. For instance, 20,000 years of cohabitation has made our pets finally tuned interpreter tuned interprets of human emotion, possibly more so than any other species. Study author Hedge and colleagues also performed a statistic analysis that shows the brain variation occurred more recently in the dog family tree rather than deep in the past, suggesting that dog brain's evolution has happened quickly, Hedge says. It brings home it it brings home how humans alter the world around them. She says it's kind of profound that our brains are changing other brains on the planet.